He's my high school sweetheart. And then we got married about a year and a half out of high school. We've been married 43 years and we raised our two children. They are now adults. He's a wonderful man, wonderful husband, would do anything in the world for you. And we decided in 2020, right in the midst of COVID, sold our home, bought an RV, and we traveled for 3 years until his diagnosis. So it was just a routine physical that he went to, and they found out that he was anemic. And I'm a retired nurse, so it kind of put my little spinies up a little bit. And I'm like, well, maybe you have an ulcer. That's what I was thinking. You have an ulcer. And he had his endoscope done, and they come out right then and said, you have a big gastric cancer. And then our life changed 110%. The tumor had went through his stomach wall, and there was some lymph node involvement, like just regional lymph node involvement right around the stomach. There was about 7 lymph nodes that they were concerned about. In the meantime, we got a call back 2 days after we went to that oncologist that MD Anderson accepted him and said, can you be here? This was like May the 3rd. And can you be here May the 8th and plan to be here for a week? So I had 5 days. I mustered up my family and friends. We literally packed the whole RV up, put it in a storage, and I sold the RV. I just felt like I just needed to get rid of it and we needed to move on. So on the way to MD Anderson, as we were driving, we literally dropped the RV off at the person who bought it. I knew that if it was in the peritoneum, I wanted him to be able to have HIPEC. And I knew that St. Louis did not have that. So I had started the ball rolling to get him into MD Anderson. Oncologist that we go to at MD Anderson is just gastric cancer. Yeah. And the surgeon we go to in MD Anderson, he only does stomachs and pancreases, and that's it. He specialized in what he does. We get all of his infusions in St. Louis. In order for MD Anderson to still care for us and have him as a patient, we have to go there for their scans. They won't accept scans from any outside hospital. And we were just very blessed that our oncologist here collaborates very well with them. They send them the recommendations of the care plan of what they want to do, and he just does it. She said, if you do nothing, you have 6 months. If we do everything, the average is 2 years unless you have biomarkers. And she said, they are game changers, and we've made a lot of strides. So then he gets his diagnostic lab the next day. We're thinking going in, he's stage 3, and they find a little bitty, teeny, tiny spot on his liver. So that makes him stage 4. But he has all these biomarkers. So we can add, immunotherapy to it. We can add targeted therapy to it. He's HER2 triple positive, which means it's like very high expression of the HER2. And then he's also PD-L1 positive. And then I said, well, I want him tested for Claudin 18.2. He's Claudin positive also, with 90% of his cells expressing 2+ or greater. So we fly back to Texas every 9 weeks for scans and doctor's visits. And we've been doing this for 2.5 years. So he ended up with 13 rounds of the FOLFOX and the immunotherapy and the targeted therapy. And his condition, essentially, it was called stable disease. So then they said, okay, I'll take you to surgery and do your gastrectomy. He got a gastrectomy January the 8th of 2024, adjusted to the life without a stomach. We had a very wonderful nutritionist at MD Anderson that held her hand the whole way. At the beginning of this journey, he was about 225, and they thought he would go down to 175, but he stabilized at 195. Never had a feeding tube. And he was able to eat right away, but it's just a process that you have to learn how to eat differently. Now, though, to be honest with you, he eats just like me and you. He can eat 2 pieces of pizza and a salad. If you didn't know he didn't have a stomach, you would never know he didn't have a stomach. He did maintenance post-surgery for 16 months. And then he had the recurrence June of 25 of one tiny spot again on the liver. And she said, we can put you in a trial. And she said, what that does is it opens the door for you to be able to have radiation. It's randomized. You have one arm that can go to the radiation side, one arm that goes to the systemic chemo side, and he randomized to the systemic chemo side. Just recently, we just went back, and after 3 treatments, that spot's gone. Like if that liver thing would come back, then we would go to the radiation side of the arm of the trial, and then they could radiate it. So he ended up with immunotherapy-induced sarcoidosis, which is all of these lymph nodes here. So we'd have a scan, but all of these lymph nodes would light up. And then it also attacked his skin. So he had this horrible rash on his arms and legs. It was just nasty looking. It's called lichen planus. So they put him on a high dose vitamin A, and it cleared it up. And now that he's not on the immunotherapy anymore, it's going away. We feel hopeful because every day there's new research coming down the pipe, new treatments. Obviously, he's outlived the prediction of the 2 years. So that is hope. I'm hoping it gives other people hope to know that don't stop, keep asking questions, keep asking for testing. When we first got diagnosed, he didn't even know if he's going to be here to live in our new condo. He had no idea, and I had no idea. So it just goes to show you that every day you're blessed. Take that blessing and live it.